Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or ladies, or whoever is listening. Hello and welcome to today's stream. We are at Watkins Glen, one of my favourite tracks of the NASCAR calendar, and I've today chosen to use the 1992 track, or I think it was the track before 1992, before they changed it and put the loop in, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I do believe, hello the guy, how are you? I do believe that this track was the original track before they put the loop in. I don't like the loop at Watkins Glen, if I'm honest with you. I do prefer this track because that back straight is so fast. I do enjoy that. I do enjoy this. This is a Smithston track, made by Smithston. It's 2.45 miles. We have 27 laps on this, which is a bit worrying. I'm a bit worried. And the reason... Yeah, no worries, Brian, no worries. Go and sort the dog out and watch the news. Definitely watch the news, because it'd be good to know what's going on, because I've missed it, to be fair. Yeah, I'm a bit worried about these 27 laps, because I don't think it's going to be enough. So I think this is going to be a short stream, but that's a good thing sometimes. Sometimes we do need short streams. Sometimes long streams go on a bit too long. Let's hope we have some cautions this race. So let's look at the standings. South Africa on pole position. Pole position for South Africa. Wow. They are coming back strong. They want to defend this trophy and they want to keep it. They're not giving it away easy. They've got stronger and stronger as the season's gone on, funnily enough. Italy in second. Mexico in third after that crazy race last time round. First all the way and then losing with 2 laps to go. Very dramatic for Mexico, very upsetting for them, and they were not happy. Didn't even do a press conference afterwards. Jamaica in 4th, Portugal 5th, doing very well, and Canada in 6th, Wales 7th, USA in 8th, and Australia in 9th, Germany in 10th, England in 11th place. Holland down there, down the bottom, in 28th. Not good for them. Ireland are in 17th. They seem to like to fight their way up the table. Brazil and Northern Ireland are at the back. Not good. So, let's get trackside and let's get this race underway.
Drivers, start your engines!
So, the drivers are all starting their engines for their compulsory pace lap around this Watkins Glen track built by Smithston, which as you can see I've edited myself to put subscribe logos and Nations Cup logos all over. Some of the things I couldn't edit, but it's just been a bit of fun, bit of messing around really. Had a spare few minutes, so I thought I'd do it just to see what it looked like. And it doesn't look too bad, does it? South Africa and Italy, Mexico and Jamaica, top 4 there, all going to look to get to that first corner and whoever gets in first, I think. I'm not gonna jinx it like Mexico last time round, because they were at the front the whole race and lost with 2 laps to go. But I got a funny feeling whoever gets to the front of this grid at the start of this race will go on to win the race, as they come down that long back straight without the loop. I don't like the loop. It slows the cars down for obvious reasons, but I like it, and I wanted to have it in this track, in this cup. Just to let you know, our next race will be on Thursday for the Nations Cup, and it will be Talladega. It will be Talladega. And then the next race after that, you'll be very happy to hear, is Charlotte Roval. And then to finish the season off, we are at Indianapolis, as they come round for their last turn before they head down the straight, and we get this race underway as they come round. There is the green flag, and they are off. South Africa going very, very fast down there, down that front straight. All braking. Oh, that was close, as Italy take the lead on that first turn. What a drive from Italy there. They were not going to let South Africa have any room at all. Now it's South Africa's job to catch them up, hunt them down, and overtake them and get that first spot as the cars come down the back straight. Already we are halfway through this lap. This could be a short live race tonight, as South Africa are already on the back of Italy, already pushing them, looking. South Africa back off there, back off. Yes, we have the Charlotte Roval. We have obviously Talladega next, and then the Charlotte Roval. I couldn't resist it. You mentioned it, and I thought, do you know what? I'm going to throw that in there. So I removed Richmond, and I put the Roval in, because I thought the Roval was a bit of fun, and I've tested it, and oh my god, it is going to be interesting. Going to be definitely interesting. I was going to put it on next crash, and it looks like we've had a crash. Looks like we've had an accident. Is the yellow flag out? No, it's not. The yellow flag is not out, but there has been an accident. Very, very odd. No accident. Very strange. Okay, there is the dust from the crash, but we have had no yellow flag, which is very, very odd. As they come down, South Africa now are really pushing Italy all the way around this track. They are just letting, looks like they're letting off, as it looks like, wow, that's pretty bad. And who is that? It's the number 9 car. It looks like Switzerland. They're having a poor season as they go into the pits. Something bad obviously happened there, but wasn't bad enough for the marshal to bring out the yellow flag. As South Africa go down the front straight now, there's Belgium in the pits. It obviously was involving them. Can South Africa get to that first turn? Oh, and they touched again. They touched again on that first turn. Wow, this is going to be epic. Italy again giving themselves that space. They are not giving Brazil. They are not giving South Africa. And we have a yellow flag. We now do have a yellow flag. We are official on the yellow flag. Let's take a look. They are racing back to the yellow, back to the start-finish line. So let's have a look for the accident as Italy carry on that lead. So it looks like as they came over this start finish. They come around to the first bend. England go way out to the side. Oh, hit into the tyres. Ouch. Very, very ouch. England look like they're out. They're in the pits. Not good for England at all. Had a great start in 11th place in the pole. The dust is still settling, and it looks like South Africa got to the start-finish line before the Italians. Well done to them. The Italians could not keep that momentum up and protect that first place any longer, but they did a good job. As you can see, South Africa at the top there. Let's go down, have a look who is at the bottom. So Switzerland, Netherlands and China are all out of the race due to that accident at the beginning of the race, which no yellow flag came out. So if you remind me, because I have a bad memory, if you remind me, guys, we will try and see if we can look at that crash at the end of this race and see what actually happened there, because there was no yellow flag. So I'm guessing it may have been safe for the drivers to come around, but when they did come around, there was Switzerland was still on the road, so not sure why no yellow flag come out. But they did race back to the line, back to the yellow flag, and South Africa overtook Italy to get first place. I think now South Africa in that fast car will dominate this race, and it could just go down to pit stops. Hello Magnus, how are you this evening? We've got the guy here, and we've got Brian, who's looking up the news for me. He's going to let me know what's going on in the world. I'm sure it will be Corona related, as the drivers all slide over there. If you saw that, did you see that? They all slid over to one side. Quite interesting. But then none of them are going in the pits. We are on lap 5 of 27. We are running at 13 minutes so far. Looks like we will have a very light stream tonight, guys, which is, not too bad. Sometimes they do go on a bit too long. South Africa leading at the yellow flag interval. When will that pace car come in? Yes, Magnus, the China crash. As I said, I will show that at the end of this race, because it was at the beginning of the race, so I don't want to miss the restart. So I will go back to it at the end of this race. Just remind me though, because as I said, I've got a bad memory and I probably will forget, as the Daytona 500 Chevy Pace Car Cup Series comes down. Looking to skin my own pace car, guys. Is that something we can do on NR 2003? I've seen it done. Is it something we can do though for this Cup Series? Just a question. It'd be nice to do it and have a Nations Cup pace car. That would be cool. As we come around on lap 5, it looks like we're going to restart on lap 6. The yellow lights are out. The yellow flags are in. And we will go back to a green as they come down to this very tight bend. And as you can see, it looks like Switzerland are at the back of the grid. Where are England? England are probably at the back. England are out. That was a big crash into them tyres. Very, very big crash. Fastest lap is the 19 car at the moment. So here we go. We have a green. And we are back off to restart this race on lap 6. South Africa leading. This could be a domination race. That South African car is rapid down that straight. Absolutely rapid as they come down to the turn. Look at that. So smooth by South Africa. Italy all they will have is a slipstream. They will not have any power in that car to catch the South Africans. South Africans have the fastest car on this track. They are good at road courses. As they come down to the front straight to start lap 7. What is the distance between the two? It is 0.50, so that gap is already expanding between South Africa and Italy. The Jamaicans in 3rd, Canada in 4th, America in 5th, Mexico in 6th place. And there is the bird's eye view. As you can see, all the cars going round nice and smooth as they come down the back straight again. The front straight, I mean, sorry. South Africa are absolutely steaming it around this track. Look at that gap now, 1.16 between them and Italy as they all come down the first corner, the first turn past the I Love New York sign. All making it through nice and smooth. There's a bit of a fight there between Morocco, Panama and France by the looks of things. All safely through. I knew whoever got in front would dominate, and I expected when Italy jumped into first place, from pole obviously, I really did expect them to keep that. But when I saw that was close. When I saw South Africa so close behind them, I thought, no, that car is extremely fast today and well tuned up. And look, I'm not wrong. Look how fast that car is going. It is going down there at some incredible speed. They are now 154 in front of Italy. That is incredible. Okay, the Piston Cup. Yeah, hopefully we're going to start the Piston Cup this weekend. Hopefully Saturday night, the night before the Bahrain Grand Prix. Well, South Africa are making this look very, very easy. It'll be theirs to lose. Lap 10. Will they decide to come in the pits now, or will they do a full race without any pits? Will they not need to pit at all? As they carry on down that front straight with great speed. What distance is it now? Will it change? 208. Absolutely incredible. 208. They are moving at some speed. I'm thinking next season, for the third season of the Nations Cup, we will do longer races. Maybe 50%. What you guys thinking? 50% more rounds as well, which would be cool. So it should last a bit longer. I think it'd be a bit more epic. Epic proportions and more road races, because road races seem to be really, really good fun when they get going. Especially this. Look at South Africa. They are so far ahead. You know, again, this could just be down to pit stops, but even when they go in the pits, I think they're going to have the advantage. Huge advantage. So let's take a wander around the track and see what is going on. At the back we've got Belgium, South Korea, we have coming down that front straight Switzerland, no, Turkey, sorry, do apologise, we've got a bad back end, Uruguay, Finland and Brazil at the back as well. There is Japan, Northern Ireland, Croatia, not having a good debut season. Croatia, very disappointing from them. Scotland, Nigeria, again both of them not having a great debut. Maybe next season they can build on this, get a better car together. Greece, Iran fighting it out down round that corner as Sweden are in the distance. There's Colombia, Russia, Morocco, France, and I think that is Israel. That is Israel. They're all fighting it out, so there is a bit of a fight going on, a scrap in the middle of the field, but nothing going on at the front as we know. So as we come down to the Republic of Ireland, number 35, there is Iceland. Iceland have a win under their belts this season. Panama are there, 17, the number 17 car. There is Poland in 7th place, I believe. Sorry, no, they're not in 7th place. There is Argentina. Now, last time round, they were in 2nd, 3rd, the whole race, and Mexico fluffed it, and Argentina got it. Argentina got the win. First win of the season for them. Australia have been strong all season. There is Spain in 10th. There is the Germans doing well in 9th. Good for them. In a top 10 makes a change. There's the Welsh having a great debut season. They've won a race this season. They've not seemed to have done, you know, kept that momentum going though. As we come down to the front of the grid, we've got Portugal, Mexico in 6th place. Sorry, there is the Yanks, America, doing pretty well in 5th place. In front of them are their next door neighbours, the Canadians, the Maple Leaf Boys, in 4th place. So you've got the Jamaicans having a party in 4th place. Just in front of them is Italy, running down in 2nd, 3.27 seconds behind these guys, the South Africans, who lead this race on lap 14. Is it potentially time for some pit stops? So let's go and see if that scrap is still occurring in the middle. Oh, let's have a look at this one. Jamaica look like they're catching Italy for 2nd place. Now, Jamaica and South Africa last season fighted it out for the championship. Jamaica haven't been as strong this year. Not as strong as South Africa. But it looks to me like Jamaica may have a potential here to get past the Italians and maybe slingshot themselves to give them enough speed to catch up with the South Africans. They're the only car on this track I can see that could do South Africa any harm, because Italy are slowing up by the lap. 3.79. What will it be when they get to this, past this lap? Will they go in the pits? Nope, South Africa has still gone on, and Brian Pierce on the chat believes that South Africa is going to blow their motor. What do you think, guys? Do you think South Africa will blow this lead by blowing their engine? Will they have a double B, a blowing engine, a blowing lead? They are so far ahead now. They're 4.23, and that car coming around that bend did not sound good then. Looks like to me they double shifted the gears, maybe. Or maybe I was just hearing things. Maybe it's the old headphones, or maybe it's the old ears of mine that are getting old, boy. Getting old like a pirate. Ha ha. So was anything good in the news, Brian? Did we find anything out? There is Italy still fighting out of Jamaica. Made themselves a bit of a gap between the two. There's 4.23. And 4.54 between the two. Fastest lap we have 1:05, which is the number 22 car. Do we know who the number 22 car is? Let's take a look. The number 22 car is, of course, South Africa, and there is the leaderboard. As you can see, South Africa are now 4.843 ahead of Italy. Canada in 4th, Jamaica 3rd. USA in 5th place, top 5. The podium looks like it's going to be South Africa, Italy, Jamaica. But look at Canada. They have spread themselves away from their cousins America, and they are hunting down the Jamaicans. But I don't think Jamaica are even a little bit worried about the Canadians, because all they're looking at is them Italians, who is at the back of the grid. As we know, 4 guys are already out of this race. Belgium are at the back. South Korea are keeping them company by the looks of things. So we are watching the fight for second place, as South Africa now do 5.30 ahead of Italy. Do you know, I think by the time we get to lap 27, if they don't pit at all, I really do believe South Africa will get this up to 8 seconds. I really do believe that. What do you think, guys? Do you think South Africa are going to make this gap one of the biggest gaps in the history of NASCAR? In the history of the Nations Cup? This could be a record. We are watching the fight for second place. No need to watch South Africa. They are well out on their own, having a bit of fun, not worrying about any of this lot behind them, as there looks to be a pack here and a pack behind. But no overtaking here. As you can see, Jamaica have backed off. Are they saving themselves for a push for the last 9 laps, 9-10 laps? Who knows? And I do think that South Africa will start to see a few issues from them when we get to the lapped cars, as no one has gone in the pits. No one has gone in the pits yet, except 4 cars that crashed on lap 1. There is South Africa all out on their lonesome, singing Elvis songs. Lonesome tonight. They are very happy. South Africa are doing well, but you are right. Will they make a mistake and go in the pits? Will they make a mistake and slide out? Look at that, flying around that, as they are now catching up with back markers Belgium. Belgium surely will move out the way and will not hold this lot back. 5.77. What will happen when they go back over? Will they go in the pits and get some fuel to new tyres? Or are they prepared to race the whole race on one set of tyres as we go into lap 20? 7 to go. Are we going to get a late pit stop in lap 24, lap 25 maybe? Could that change the way this race is being led? Could that late pit stop put South Africa's lead in jeopardy? Or are they so far ahead that they could make a pit stop, have a bit of a dance, go to the toilet and maybe have some lunch and still be in the lead? As we've got the eye in the sky, looking down at the track. Love this view. I know you don't get the noise, but I do love the view, to be fair. As South Africa come up behind Belgium, looking to get a lap over on them, as they looked a bit wobbly there, going behind them. But again, no pit stop, coming up behind Belgium, way too fast for Belgium. I think Belgium will just slow up and let them go past. So we are 6.6 behind South Africa now. 7-8 seconds they could make. They could even get this to 10-second gap. But it all depends if they go on pits. I really do believe there's going to be a late pit stop here, guys. And I think it could be a bad mistake. A bad AI mistake. Not for South Africa as such. Maybe for second and third place. Because that will completely mess that up for them, especially Italy, who've held on to second place for so long. Let's see what happens when we come around these next two curves, these next two turns, sorry, and then we'll go back to Italy and see how they're getting on. So Italy still in second place, defending that position, not going in the pits either. Jamaica still hunting them down. No one has changed position. They are now hunting down Belgium. The Italians are 7.04 behind the South Africans. No way are they going to catch that with the amount of laps they've got left. Or unless, as it's happened before, South Africa could make a mistake. As South Africa overtake the Koreans to do another lapped car. That car is going fast. Let's watch the speed of this thing. 106, 150, 120 miles an hour and a bend, which is incredible. By the way, not messed with the I&I file at all on this track. It is a Smithston track. I trust them to make a racing track, and they have. They have performed and made this track so good. I'm so happy that I downloaded it and put it into this competition. As we head towards lap 23, we are getting up to 140, 150, 160, 162 miles per hour down that front straight. That was incredible. What will they do down the back straight as they come around this turn here? They seem to be backing off a little bit, maybe 7.73. They probably could push it more, but as Brian said, will that engine blow? They are pushing it. I'd love to see the water temperatures, especially as they come down 181, 183, 184, 5, 185 down the back straight. So South Africa are smashing this track. Absolutely loving this race. I know it's been boring in a way that South Africa have been in the lead for a long time, but they are smashing records for a start. They have dominated this race. And we have had a caution, so that makes this a good race to me, in my eyes. But 8:32, I think by the time we get to the last lap, they will have made that gap 10 seconds, which has to be a record, surely, in any NASCAR race. This is incredible by South Africa. Will they make a late pit stop? This is going to be interesting. Lap 24. Oh, I thought they were going to go in the pits then. So we're having a whole race without any pit stops, guys. What is the time in? It's 8:32. So will they make this a 10-second gap? And now I have some bad news to tell everyone. I have run out of coffee, so there may be a slight little cry going on here. No, I'm joking. I am loving this race as it looks like we're going to come down to this. No, yeah, I know the guy. We want pit stops. I know they're not doing it. They're going for a full race as it's only 27 laps. They are going for a full race, no pit stops at all. As South Africa go down that front straight, 8.88 seconds. I'm sure by the time that checkered flag comes, it will be 10 seconds. I really hope so. Let's have a look at Italy. So Italy have now spaced themselves away from Jamaica, and it looks like Jamaica are very happy to be where they are in that position of third. Jamaica, sorry. In fourth, you've got Canada. They are all spreading out now as we go down to these last couple of laps. I can't imagine anything drastic is going to happen as cars behind are overlapping South Korea. Italy smashing their way down that back straight. Unfortunate for them, their car's not fast enough to catch the South Africans, who are 9.5 seconds. 9.57 seconds in front of Italy. Italy are nowhere to be seen as we go and see the white flag. The next flag that comes out will be a checkered flag, and I'm almost certain that it will be South Africa who pick that flag up. 9.57. Will that change when Italy? It is. I knew it. I told you. I should have put money on it. 10.21. South Africa have made a 10-second gap, and we have dust. Did someone come off? Is there a yellow? No. We got more dust. So something's happened along here, but we are on a white flag. So the white flag's been seen. There will be no yellow as we come down these last few bends, these last few curves. South Africa, what a race. You should be proud. You have done a cracking job. You have smashed this race today. You are definitely back in contention to defend your championship. And there is Belgium, who looked like they crashed into somewhere. There is the checkered flag. South Africa win Watkins Glen round 7 of the Nations Cup with ease, 10.21 seconds ahead as Italy will cross the line. That will change. 10.63 in front of the Italians. What a race. Well done, South Africa. Incredible. So, as you can see, South Africa won with a 10.631 lead. Jamaica in third on the podium. They will be very happy with that. They're making their way back up the table. Canada in fourth. Mexico fifth. USA in sixth. Portugal seventh, having a much better season this year. Or this season, sorry. Wales in 8th, not so good since they won. They've not produced since they won their first race. Germany in 9th, good for them. Very good for them. 10th for the Spanish. Argentina down 11th. Not good after winning that last race last time round. As we take a bird's eye view of South Africa coming in from the race into the pits. There you go. There's the bird's eye view. There is South Africa. They will be going down the winner's mile and doing a few burnouts for the crowd. They will be very happy. Let's have a look down below and see what happened down here. Belgium retired. They did have a crash at the end. So what we're going to do, we're going to go back to the beginning of the race and see what happened. And then we're going to go back to see what happened with Belgium at the end there. So bear with me 2 seconds.
Drivers, to your car.
So this was the start of the race. Let's watch and see what happened. So Switzerland hit into China by the looks of things. Let's watch that again. Let's go back. See what happened. No, it looked like Croatia. Was that Croatia that started that? That took a few cars out. That really... Let's try and get a better view. We will go with Switzerland. We'll put the rear chase on. It was Croatia and Switzerland who started that. There's Finland just skidding out slightly. Let's go back. Let's go to Croatia and watch this. No, it was Switzerland. Switzerland drove into them. Yeah, and that's what happened. Wow. Not good. That's why China and a few other cars, Holland and that, moved out of the race. I just want to see why Holland come out of the race, because I don't think that looked bad at all what happened to them. Let's go to the Dutch. Where are they? They are there. Let's change this so we can get a better view. So let's watch the Dutch here. Oh yeah, they did have a bad crash with Belgium. Wow. That must have hurt. That must have seriously hurt into that. That's like a concrete wall they just hit there. I need to seriously go into the inside of that and watch this. Oh. Wow. Not good, not good. So let's go to the end of the race, and we want to go with... Where are they? We want to go with Belgium. There they are. There's Belgium. Now, near the end of the race, they come off the track, didn't they? Nah, see. Now, look. There you go. What happened to Belgium then? Is it going to let me see what happened to them? Because they're in the pits there. Ah, okay. So that's the final bit of the race. So what we're going to do, we want to go all the way back. Let's go all the way back here. Was that with the flag? No, that's not with the flag. Let's go all the way down. Oh, press the wrong button. So what happened to Belgium. They were being overtaken, overlapped. Lap 25 this is. Nothing went on there. And they come down. There you go. So, on lap 26... On lap 26, they came down, sort of slowed up a little bit, had a bit of a chat with Poland by the looks of things, and then carried on. And then we get to the last lap. There's the dust that was made. So you come around. Wow, look, they're completely off the track. Look at this. They are completely off the track. They obviously had engine problems, and that's why they are there. So they didn't crash. They were just literally getting home, basically, just trying to find their way back to the end of the race. So there you go. Let's take a look at the final standings. So there you go, there you have it, guys, the end of that race. South Africa are in 12th. They are not that far behind. They could still potentially win this championship. They've got 3 races to go, and they'll be very happy to know they've got Charlotte Roval up next. And then obviously we've got Talladega and Indianapolis. I thought it was the other way around, I do apologise. So they've got another road race coming up, which they could potentially win, which will bump them way up the standings. Who's led the most laps this season is Mexico. Behind them is South Africa. Thanks, Brian. Thanks for watching, mate. See you tomorrow, hopefully, for my live race, or see you Thursday for the Nations Cup. Keep in touch on Discord, though, definitely. Give us a call on there or whatever. Happy to talk whenever you are, really. Thanks, mate. Take care. So, yeah, South Africa are not that far behind in lead laps, as you can see. So, let's go to that race and have a look. South Africa led for 25 laps. Italy only led for 2. Now, I thought it was more than that. I thought they led for more than that, but obviously not. We had 1 caution and 1 lead change, as we know. And obviously, South Africa get the bonus points for leading the most laps. Congratulations to them. As you can see, next up, we have Charlotte Motor Speedway Roval. Now, that is going to be interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. Looking forward to that. And then obviously the last 2 races are ovals, which will be Talladega and Indianapolis. So thanks, guys, for watching. Thanks for sticking by this whole championship. It's been really interesting. We've got 3 races to go. And don't forget, tomorrow I'm doing my first ever live race on live internet stream, virtual racing. It should be good fun. Let's hope that I finish in a good place. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Take care. Have a lovely evening wherever you are in the world, or a lovely morning, and I shall see you soon. Good night. Goodbye. God bless.